Hello everyone. So today I am visiting my grandmother and she requested capirotada, which is her favorite, and I'm going to show you how I make kind of a simplified, easier version. This is going to be good. So to start, I am sauteing banana. Actually, I'm trying to use what my aunt has in her kitchen. She had one ripe plantain and one large banana. I sauteed this in a little cooking oil. In the same pan, I also toasted around 6 to 8 bolillo bread rolls, those Mexican style French bread rolls for this recipe. So I already mixed and tore up the bread with the sauteed banana, and I also have been adding raisins. My grandmother loves raisins, so I'm just adding these boxes of raisins into the mix. To make life easier to mix all of this, I'm just going to add it in this large pot. Again, I'm working with what my aunt has in her kitchen, and I couldn't find a large bowl, so I'm going with a large pot just to mix this in. So I'm also going to add a can of crushed pineapple. And when I tell you, capirotada varies from household to household, I'm actually adding ingredients that my grandparents can eat. So the bread, the crushed pineapple, the raisins, it's all going in. And what I'm doing here is just one-handed because I'm filming. I'm going to rip up the bread into pieces. You can chop it, rip it. I'm doing the best I can here. So for the syrup today, I did a double batch because my uncle wants to use some of this, but typically 5 to 6 cups of water. You add piloncillo to taste. Start with 8 to 10 ounces of piloncillo, a cinnamon stick, and after you simmer it for about 10 to 15 minutes, you can add off the heat vanilla extract and a pinch of salt. So my grandmother loves extra cheese in her capirotada. I finely shredded 10 ounces of Oaxaca cheese. Use the cheese that you prefer. I've seen people do shredded mozzarella. It's up to you. Okay, so I'm going to start layering a buttered baking pan. And I'm just going to add my mixture. By the way, I'm working with clean hands. So I'm just going to keep layering this until I cover the bottom. And now I'm going to add a sprinkling of that finely shredded cheese. And again, sometimes I like to add shredded sweetened coconut into the mix, sauteed apple. There are so many variations to how people make capirotada. This is just a simplified version for me. Okay. With the help of my cousin, she is going to bring over that pot of syrup that I had simmering on the stove, which is done. I've already added a tablespoon or so of vanilla extract. So now I'm just going to start ladling over the syrup to saturate the first layer. And I will repeat the process until I have everything packed into this baking pan. And by the way, it was so loud in the kitchen, so this is why I'm doing voiceover, and I had to silence some of the footage. But yeah, you'll want to layer this and just saturate it with the syrup. And because you toasted the bread, it's just going to soak up all of that flavorful syrup like a sponge. And that's exactly what you want. Essentially, this is very close to a bread pudding. Okay, so I'm going to mash this down to make sure things are saturated. But I got to tell you, it's so hard not to taste this because even though it's not baked yet, it tastes so good. And my grandmother, any chance, any time of the year, when I visit her, she always requests this capirotada. So with the ingredients that I put together in this version is what sets well with her. She can easily chew it and enjoy it. Okay, so I'm just going to continue making the layers until the pan is full. Now I have it in a preheated oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'm going to bake it for about 45 minutes, uncovered. So I have been helping my aunt care for my grandparents today, and I've been cleaning, so I kind of want a break. But now the capirotada is done, and the entire house, I kid you not, wants to eat it now. But if you can help it, you want to let it set and cool. Once it's set and cool, you definitely can serve. And if you want to serve this the next day, just cover it and put it in the fridge. Some people like it cold. So everyone in this house is impatient and they want a piece of this capirotada. Here we go. By the way, be sure to butter your baking dish because it gives it those crispy edges with the soft bread pudding texture of this capirotada. So I'm serving a piece. It's been sitting on the counter for 20 minutes. I know it's still going to be hot, but my grandmother does not care. She wants this now. But I do suggest letting it set, cool, and then serving, or like I said, put it in the fridge for the next day. It's even better. So I hope you give this recipe a try. I hope you like it, and thanks for watching.